Dear Mr. President, I've never written a president before, but I have promises to keep, and I can't let my kids down. You see, I have the best job in the world. I'm blessed to serve as the principal of Dalton Middle School. Directly because of the hard work of my students and staff, I was recently named the Georgia Middle School Principal of the Year. Sadly, though, I won't be eligible to travel to Washington, D.C. because of a change in the rules at the national level.
My students were very excited by the prospect that I would take their stories with me to Washington. Because they think that all things are possible, they were certain I would somehow miraculously be able to meet you. For you see, they've been led to believe in miracles. They spent time trying to decide which one of their stories I should carry with me. I haven't had the heart yet to tell them that I won't be going, but I feel I will let them down if I don't attempt to let you know who they are.
So I want to tell you about Luis Orozco, an 8th grader who finished his wrestling match. And then when I congratulated him, asked me for a garbage bag so that he could collect trash in the bleachers so our custodial staff wouldn't have to stay so late into the evening to clean up after the event. I watched his quiet leadership in the stands inspire some teammates and fans to wordlessly join him, thus proving that one kind act spurs others to kindness too.
There are also groups of 7th graders who were given the opportunity by their teachers to become experts in an area of their choosing. Some kids chose to learn more about a hobby or a sport. One group decided they wanted to learn more about autism, since they had developed friendships with some classmates afflicted by the condition. Soon they got permission to organize a 5K race in our town. They raised over $8,000 for a sensory room on our campus, so autistic students who needed such a place could benefit. They believe in miracles, and they made one happen.
Now the 7th largest middle school in Georgia, DMS does big well because we do small well. Climate is key. Every child matters, each relationship is important. As a result, our district chooses to have 6 elementary schools, 2 high schools, but 1 middle school. We remain the single place in a very diverse community where everyone comes together. No church or business can fully make that claim. Some staff members now drive great distances so they can work here, often at considerable personal sacrifice, because they have bought into who we are. We collaborate, we push, we sweat, we love. We read, we compute, we design, we dream. We hold kids and each other accountable even as we experiment and learn together.
So I'm left with stories that tell what mere numbers cannot. There's one about the tough young man I was counseling who said that he knew I really couldn't be his dad, but he wondered if I could sort of be like his dad for a little while. He was living with a single mother and he needed someone who understood him.
There's also the student who took civic lessons at face value, the lesson that one way to foster positive change is to petition government. As a result, he appeared before our city council with such a convincing argument for a skate park to be built in Dalton that they funded it and is now a reality in our town, thanks to him.
There's our receptionist. We tutored her before she successfully passed the test to obtain her U.S. citizenship. Her success emboldened many of our parents to attempt to do the same. There's the wedding that our staff organized for her in our school's garden, done only because we love and care for her, because relationships matter.
It is difficult to stop, but I know I must. I really just want you to know that although I know you are confronted daily by discouraging statistics and extremely complex problems, that there is so much hope, so much promise here in our nation's schools, indeed so much more that is resoundingly positive than the few negative stories that penetrate the daily news cycle. Don't give up on us, Mr. President. Our schools, our teachers, our children, and their future, they depend on you to remain focused, upbeat, and bullish until the very day you leave office.
Thank you for spending a moment to read just a bit about our school. For every story I shared, know that there are many, many more and many other students where so good is happening. We're building our success by building trust, one relationship at a time. For it is by building relationships, by building community, that we continue to build the America that we want to become, especially for our students who live in here and now, as well as in the tomorrow that beckons them when they will assume the mantle of leadership from us.
Our kids are underestimated at every turn, but they have so much to teach us. We just need to value their voices and listen. Thank you for your service, and thank you for inspiring my students enough that they wanted me to let you know who they are, with the greatest respect.
Dear Brian, congratulations on being recognized as the Georgia Middle School Principal of the Year, and thank you for your heartfelt letter. I was moved by the powerful stories you shared and by the ways the members of your school community empower one another. Your work to put the opportunity within reach for each student at Dalton Middle School helps make good on the promise of our education system and of America. I'm inspired by the actions of students like Luis and the 7th graders who raised thousands of dollars to go toward a sensory room for their classmates with autism, and by the notion that young people in your community can turn to leaders like you when they need advice or feel misunderstood. As you continue working to embolden the voices of tomorrow's doers and change makers and ensure they have every chance to help write our country's future, please know I'm grateful for your dedication and to our next generation. Again, thank you for writing and for your unwavering belief in each young person at DMS. Even though you won't make the trip to Washington, D.C., the stories you would have brought with you reached your president, and they will remain on my mind. Sincerely, Barack Obama.